Hey everybody, Sean Halley from Line 6. Today we're announcing the brand new Pod HD Pro, which is the new rack-mountable member of the Pod HD family. It brings together the best attributes of the HD 500 and the Pod HD tabletop beam in one unit. So with highly flexible I/O, Line 6's acclaimed HD amp modeling, the entire suite of M-class effects, and tactile control, this could easily become your go-to solution for the stage in the studio. So in this video, we're going to take you through what it is and what it does, and in the process, give you an idea what it sounds like. So stick around, here we go. So let's check out the front and back panel I/O. So here in the front panel, you have the guitar input, and that makes sense, but you also have a high-quality mic preamp. Why, you may ask? Well, if you think about it, there is a vintage tube limiter model inside the Pod HD Pro. So if you were to add an EQ and turn the amps off, you'd essentially create a vocal channel strip. And that completely adds to the flexibility of Pod HD Pro. On the right-hand side, a headphone jack completes the front panel I/O. But before we leave here, I just want to make sure that it's important to note the layout of the controls. So the knobs labeled bass, mid, treble, drive are always dedicated to the amp model. And that means that you don't have to go diving through menus to find the controls for the amp when you're in a darkened control room, which is actually really cool. So now we're looking at the back panel, and you can clearly see that the Pod HD is ready for just about anything, allowing you to plug separate mic preamps into the line inputs. You can add other outboard gear to your signal chain using the True Stereo effects loop, and you can even record the dry out of the guitar for reamping or processing with plugins. The USB connection means you can connect directly to your computer, not only for updating firmware and backing up and sharing patches, but also for use as an audio interface with almost every recording software program on the market. You can control the Pod HD Pro from a standard MIDI control pedal using the MIDI I/O, or simply connect a Line 6 FBB footboard there and get started immediately. You can even take it out and use it live if you want. And finally, you can connect any Variax, whether it's one of our earlier models or the brand new JTV, to the included VDI interface. Once it's connected, it allows the Pod HD Pro to save and control the entire state of the Variax. So with one button press, you could recall a brand new guitar sound and recall the Variax guitar model and the altered tuning of the JTV, which is pretty sweet. One of my favorite things about Pod HD is that it gives you the ability to run two amps at once, and sometimes that can make the difference between a great sound and an amazing sound. So let's build that. So right now on screen, you can see that I've got an amp that was inspired by the J45 that we have at the office through a 412 cabinet with a 4038 ribbon microphone, and it's got a little bit of a plate reverb on it. It's already a good sound. It's very usable. But let's add an amp to that and add a distortion pedal and a delay. So first thing we have to do is create a dual tone. Tell the amp to move out of the way. And now I can select this guy and turn another amp on. So we'll turn on the PHD Motorway through a 412 with black backs and maybe a 421. And I'll come over here and create a distortion unit. So maybe a tube driver. Yep, there we go. That'll work. And also a ping pong delay over here. And I'll turn that guy down a little bit. Now if I just recall the preset that I made, here we go. Big difference, 2 amps as opposed to 1. So there you have it, the newest member of the Pod HD family, a rack-mountable guitar processor full of amazing amps and cabinets, multi-effects, dual signal path routing capability, and also tactile control from the front panel or also a connected foot switch. So whether you're in the studio crafting sounds or taking those out and using them live, the Pod HD Pro can easily be the center of your guitar universe.